Ray, heard anything from Ray?
He has something going on with his leg.
Really?
Like he twisted his knee or something, so he's not going to be here.
I mean, I'm not. Looks like I got another no-show, huh?
Turn you on.
Push the red down, but it's on.
I guess. Oh, I thought that was-
Okay, well, I have 4:30. I would like to call this session of the AP Chandler Advisory Planning Commission to order this Monday, July.
August,
That's a typo.
That's a typo.
August,
Brian has pointed that out.
August 4th.
I hadn't caught that yet. For this August 14th session, 2023, to order with a roll call, please.
Crowley,
Here.
Cup,
Here.
Higgs,
Here.
Jenkins, Whitledge,
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Here.
Whitledge is here too.
Okay, we have a quorum. I guess we're legally established to do whatever business properly comes before the board tonight. Let's all stand, remove our head covering, and say pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right. Next item of business is approval or denial of the July 10th, 2023 minutes as presented. Have any questions? Any discussions? Anything going on that isn't right?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. I'll accept motion for approval of the minutes for the July 10th, 2023 meeting minutes.
I make that motion.
I have a second.
I second that one.
Have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Crowley,
Yes.
Cup,
Yes.
Higgs,
Yes.
Whitledge,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Okay, minutes passed as presented. Now we have discussion of and approval of the new permits, and let's just lump them both together again, permits and inspections. Have any concerns or questions or anything about the minutes, I mean the inspection of the,
I don't have any questions.
I make a motion, we accept the permit logs and the inspection log as presented.
do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. A roll call vote, please.
Crowley,
Yes.
Cup,
Yes.
Higgs,
Yes.
Whitledge,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Something's wrong with something, what AOR with my phone. Oh, well. Okay, next order of business. Old business. Faith Church sign.
I think
We,
in my absence last month, you all had a discussion, and if I understand, maybe there was questions on the height of the sign and maybe the location. So I provided for y'all again a little package with regards to the sign, and the first couple pages are once again the church's plan for the sign. And then page number 3 speaks to the drawing with regards to where you can and cannot put a sign with the little triangular shaded area where it says that you cannot put a sign. And if you will reflect in, again, on the plan of the church, I think it's outside of that triangle, so they're making sure that it's meeting the guidelines of where it should be located. And then, let's see, page number 1, 2, 3, page number 4, I included that drawing to help you understand that what they're asking for is described in our ordinances as a monument sign. It's called a monument sign or a ground sign. And you can see as it's pointed out there, what a monument sign kind of towards the left hand of that drawing. And then the final page that I included is Ordinance 174.09, which speaks to ground and monument signs. And under A, it says, if you read through that no ground sign or monument sign shall be erected to a greater height than 30 feet above finished grade. So it also qualifies it at the very end under D that it should not obstruct view of traffic or intersecting streets or highways, but it doesn't really give you any clear-cut directives on how high the sign should be before it would obstruct the view of traffic. So the only thing we have really in the ordinance that speaks to the height of a monument or ground sign is under A, where it says it cannot be any greater than 30 feet above the grade. So I've combed through the ordinance, and I've got the book here. You're welcome to look through it for yourself, and I think you've got copies of it. But I think that a 50, what is it they want? 50, well,
It'd be 54 inches total to the top above the ground. That allows for a 6-inch space underneath the, I'm just guessing, the trim, weed eat, things like that.
right. I guess what we're looking at here is, again, the plan for the sign. I don't see that there's any issues with that sign. It will have to go before the Board of Zoning Appeals because of the zoning issue that's related to the sign. So this is not the final step. This is just the approval of APC on the sign, and then we go to Board of Zoning Appeals because they're not allowed to have a sign that large in an R1 zoning. So they have to go before the Board of Zoning.
That was my next question. How does the property owner feel about this sign? You own that. The old Metro property was here. I'm sorry. Is this the old Metro property?
Yes. Did you not kind of buy that property because of the ability to put a sign there?
Okay.
So this sign is really costing them a great deal in many ways. That's a pretty expensive
Buy a
sign.
piece of the property, just put a sign on.
Yeah. Well, that's important. Hope that it all works good. Yeah, they own the property. And it's primarily for the purpose of residential housing, and they're just wanting to put a sign on an R1 property. I don't think it makes sense to make them rezone the property because the primary, even though they bought it to put a sign, and I won't speak for Daniel, but they're obviously the great investment there is the house that's being rented out. So by just giving your approval tonight, it will go on to Board of Zoning Appeals where they'll ask for them to allow them to put a sign this size on R1 property. Is that right?
Well, I know being Michael wasn't here at the last meeting, and I know we decided to table it at our last meeting on the fact that those two issues we weren't clear on. Number one was the height. There was a question raised by one of the members of the height, and he thought it had to be 4 feet or less, which evidently, we can see through our ordinance that's not correct. So the 54 inches, that wouldn't be a problem. And then, according to this diagram, if we can get assurance that the sign will be on the property line and not on the right of way, then that was the other issue that was questioned, whether it was on the right of way and, or possibly in that triangle. So,
Well, it would have to be back far enough that you could see around it to
well,
get
that's
out.
what this is for.
Right.
Yeah, that's what this is for.
I've been there twice and kind of tried to pretend I was driving out with the sign there, and I had good vision. And on the material that the church provided, this page right here, it will show you where the property line is. It's basically right there by the sidewalk.
Well, there was a portable sign in that yard for years,
Yes.
so. I don't know.
Signs are pretty interesting things. There is a lot of material, a lot of pages with regards to signage regulations. I think it's about 20, 25 pages with regards to signs. And we really need to review some of our sign ordinances. For example, this building's illegal. The ordinance that's right here in this book says that flagpole is not supposed to be any higher than the tallest point of our building, which it is. So there's just, it also says that a citizen can't have over 2 flags. There's just interesting things in there that we really need to address as we would have time to do that. So I'm just pointing that out, that there's kind of some anomalies here that really need to be addressed.
Well, based on we need to act on what the ordinance is at this time, I will entertain motions to allow, for the approval to allow this sign to go on as planned.
I'll second it.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, do it with a roll call, please.
Crowley,
Yes.
Cup,
Yes.
Higgs,
Yes.
Whitledge,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Okay. And all you gotta do now is go to work, put the sign up. Well, no, you gotta go to,
You gotta go.
to the Board of Planning. Yeah, you got another meeting to attend to.
Wait a second.
I don't know when that is. Okay, that's taken care of. Now, new business. Consider a convenience store at 530 West Lincoln. Michael, you've been doing the work on this. I'm gonna turn it over to you. I think we have someone here that may be representing the property owner, looks like, so.
Could you come to the podium there? That microphone, I believe, is already turned on, and we try to record what we do just for the record. And I'm so sorry, I apologize. I've talked to you 3 times, and I cannot remember your name.
My first name is Ender, last name is Singh.
Okay, could you just pause there and help me to understand how to spell that?
Sure, first name is I-N-D-E-R, last name is S-I-N-G-H.
Okay, thank you. And you have called and talked to me with regards to putting a convenience store at 530 West Lincoln on the corner.
Correct. The building's already made. It's not going to be much change to the building itself. No operations from the outside. Inside is the bare minimum. I think there's this I think it's about 10 feet wall distance between the path, and it's going to be 5 feet. And we're adding a door to the back side of the building. And the idea is to convert it into a gas station, so we're going to put up a canopy outside on the left side of the building. I do have plans showing that.
Do you have just one set of plans that you brought?
2 copies.
2 copies. Well, we can share. If maybe I can see that first off, and then excuse me, I apologize for sharing more copies. So this is the site.
Kathy, go run some copies.
That's
Go run some copies.
Operations, what
I will.
this wall.
If you want me to.
It's like a wall,
What did that Winks used to be?
just colored canopies.
What did Winks used to be? Did Winks have tanks there? Okay, and then what was it? What little old gas station was it before that? I know I can't either.
I thought Winks built it. It's Winks.
They built the building,
They
but
did.
the spot, there was already, there was an old gas station there. Do you remember? What was it?
Wings.
Before Winks.
That
It
was,
was a pantry.
before that was a gas station.
No,
Yes,
you're
it was a
thinking-
gas
you're thinking-
station.
You're thinking of the one on.
Can you have her go make some
I think it
copies
was
of
a
that?
gas
real quick?
station.
Kenny Elliott's.
She can do that.
Well,
That's a
One
lot.
for each other.
There was a Sinclair station.
I
Bill Foley.
I'll just go ahead and start passing it.
Yeah, that's what it was when they tore it down completely.
Yeah, what was it, Terry?
It was a Sinclair station.
I knew
Bill
it was
Foley
a gas
ran it.
station. Okay.
What was it?
But they tore that building down.
Sinclair station, and they
Oh,
tore
a
it down.
Sinclair? Okay. I knew they tore it down and
Yeah.
built the wings.
Yeah. The Winks.
Gosh, I must have been asleep
So-
that year.
I just couldn't remember what it was before that.
help me, am I pronouncing it correctly when I say Ender?
That's fine, yeah. It's short for Inderjeet, so you can go in.
Ender. Can you,
Still wants to put a gas station.
I pulled up the property card on that, and it says that it's owned by Complete Restaurant Maintenance.
That was the previous one. It's been changed now.
It has been changed.
That's
So,
right. And it's not property, it's not under my name. It's under my mom's dad's name,
okay,
which their names are Brenda before and Bolden Nursing.
okay.
It's on,
And it's been updated now on the website.
Have him, have him.
on that GIS or whatever it is, it's on that.
I just pulled it up on our GIS, it's not updated on ours.
I was checking.
Well, it is on mine.
What?
It is on mine.
Well, you probably pulled up the Warwick County GIS.
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, I pulled up the Chandler GIS.
Oh.
The Warwick GIS is,
Well, Chandler is in that Warwick.
yeah, but it's not on the Chandler GIS. I just pulled it up at 4:15.
Ours doesn't update.
Thank you. Okay, so how long have you actually owned the property, your mom and dad?
I think, I don't know exactly, I think we, bought it about two and a half months ago. It was recent.
Do you know how long it's been since utilities have been on in that building?
Probably ever since, the Mexican restaurant had stopped.
Okay.
I
So-
think it was a Mexican restaurant before.
So there's not been any water or electricity on that building, correct?
That's right. Or, yeah, I'm sure the owner had shut it off, because ever since we bought it, we did not turn it.
Um, do you plan on selling any alcohol?
No, so we don't.
Is this gonna be like the one in Boonville?
Yeah. It's a little bigger store, but it will be similar.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be bigger.
We still got,
Fast
stores
track.
in Evansville,
The
along
fast track
with,
for the park one.
Boonville, we're Fast Track Plaza, you guys have been through it, you know, that's what the stores are. Even Creek Park Building one on more than right now, even though we're at the port.
So this is going to be a fast track restaurant, or fast track convenience store.
It's gonna be a convenience store. In terms of hard liquor, I'm not sure if we would get the license, but that's not the plan. We might apply for a beer license later on, but that's not currently the plan stage.
How many pumps are you wanting to put in?
We're putting forward.
4. So you would just sell, what, just candy?
Would be the regular grocery items along with tobacco items, and of course we would have also beverage, juice, that one.
And you're not planning on making any renovations or anything to it?
No, one of the reasons we bought the property is because we think it's in a good condition from the inside, as a kitchen we are planning on putting to. But, other than that, we just need one entry door in the back, because it'll be easier, and plus for monitoring purposes, just for safety purposes, we want to be sure the cashier is able to see directly out the window to look over at the camera.
So the canopy's gonna be behind the building?
It's
As
gonna
a
be,
decorated
Sorry.
West. It'll be on the west side.
Where the old pumps were?
So are the old tanks still there?
No, they
No,
don't.
They took them out?
I'm surprised the state's gonna let you, give you a permit to put tanks back in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
so this is the first time I'm here, there's a tax issue before, because I contacted, agency property, because we got a environmental look for the whole property. For purchasing the property, I confirmed that there's, no issues with the soil itself, and everything is ready. And, once we're applying for the loan, we're going
I was speaking with the owner of Metazotics, who told me that he had to have a, what's it called, phase 1 EPA study done. And so I know that this is just the first of many steps.
The old station didn't have 4 pumps, I don't remember. I remember it had 2 pumps in the ground that were very
Four
full.
pumps is gonna be a lot in there.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't remember how many it had, really.
I
So
don't know.
just to have a comparison, right, side by side, there's a Hux, I believe down the road, is it a Hux?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, it's the exact same size, and we're actually a little larger than Hux, and they currently have full
So you're gonna do it off to the side, not in front of it?
side.
Yeah,
Front,
the
there's
side.
absolutely no space.
Okay,
There's no
On the
room.
west
No
side.
room in the front.
that's right, that's what I was thinking.
This is gonna have to be, of course, the final approval for this is gonna have to come from the state.
Yeah, and, of course, that's part of the process, when we have to, submit a design release to the state, which Interlighter Construction takes care of that, they'll submit all the plans of where the tank and the canopy's gonna go, and once we get the appropriate approval, that's when we move forward, of course. And all the permits will be applied for.
So with 3 other ones just right here by you, what makes you think this one's gonna be a go?
Just because we're the first in line.
You mean coming this way, but you're not going that way?
I would say, well, in the morning, I'm not sure about, who does what, or I think majority of the traffic moving this way does head back to Evansville, but around, maybe after they finish their job, 1, 4, 5, they do have that, so I do see increasing traffic, and over the years, I did notice that the traffic counts have significantly increased in the city of Evansville, and I'm pretty sure for this time it was.
I come out of that side road all the time there, and you sit there and wait forever sometimes to get, unless you're turning to the right. Otherwise, you're sitting there for a long time, so you don't think that's a traffic like that's going to cause you an issue? Have them go on down to where they can just scoot in and out easily?
I don't think that's an issue because of
Okay.
the exits, right? If there weren't exits towards the left side, and if there wasn't a stop sign there or anything, then I think that would have been an issue. But there's exits, 2 exits in the front and 2 exits on the left side. So I don't see an issue, and I visited that property multiple times. I haven't had to wait a long time to go straight, because of course I wanted to evaluate the traffic. By going straight down or making a left right, I don't think it's an issue.
Are you the one that's going to be running it or someone else?
Yes, we will be running it along with my parents. They have 11 years of experience now.
I thought I heard you speak about kitchen and food, so
Yeah.
there will be food preparation.
Yes, that is the plan, since there is a full built-out kitchen there already with the hood stove and everything. Of course, we will be getting inspection done for that. And then speaking to the broker, the previous company did have a company that already does that, so we'll just move like them, since they're the owner history of the property, and they can evaluate everything correctly. And in terms of what food, I think we're only going to focus on pizza and fried chicken.
That's what Wings do. Pizza, fried chicken.
What are gonna be your hours of
I said
operation?
Wings just get fried chicken.
Oh, that works.
24 hours. 24 hours.
Oh, you are?
So all our stores is typically 24 hours. We will start off by 24 hours, but based on if it makes sense, we might change the hours after, but we find it suitable to 24 hours. That way we can keep our stores clean, and we like to use the hours at night to fill up coolers and just start getting orders ready. 24 hours is usually the way to go for all our stores.
And that is your store, the new one that they just built in Boonville.
Yes.
On the
Model.
Yes.
remodel,
That was-
yeah.
Revamped.
Close to the-
Yeah. But that is you all's store.
Yeah, the Patrick Plaza's all.
Now, do you own McCain's Market? Your family own Kemper's Market building
Campers.
here in Chandler?
That's what I was getting ready, and thank you for asking.
Your family does not own that.
Not
I've heard through Chandler's got a big rumor mill goes around. I don't know if you know that or not. Little small town, that, like a small town painting place. And there's a few busybodies, I call them busybodies, I'm sorry, but I do. There's a few busybodies that seem to know everybody's business. Okay, and this has been going around for some weeks now, that you all are the same ones that own Kemper's Market.
Different market, one thing I would like to put out there, so the last name is Singh. In our religion, that's anybody that's part of that religion has the same last name. So
Okay.
there are extensive amount of families.
So you're about like Jones, you all are about like a Jones or a Smith.
Yeah.
But your family, you don't have any ties to that building and that operation.
No.
Or propose using
Unless one of
bingo.
my uncles is hiding something, I don't know. My personal direct family, no, they're not.
Where's the closest, store you have now to Chandler?
I think Green River Road at Morgan, which is opening up Monday,
Oh,
that would be the closest.
They're over the corner.
River and Morgan, you've got.
Boonville's be closer.
Yeah, it used to be that old liquor store.
Boonville.
Used to be, yeah, Apollo Liquors, okay.
I don't know the name of that.
That was a gas station at one time.
Is it open yet?
It will be opening this Monday.
Okay, I haven't been by there in 3 or 4 weeks. I don't go there so much. I stay in the rumor mill.
Me too.
Okay.
And they help make you mad, don't they?
No. I really don't have any other questions. I mean, I just have concerns, but I don't have any questions.
My biggest concern is I wish you would remodel it.
The building itself.
Yes. The exterior. The exterior.
It's pretty eyesore.
Are you
What?
referring to the paint?
I
It's pretty
agree.
bad eyesore.
Yeah. It would greatly, I guess I would say this much, it would put you in much better light with our community if you would put some investment into the appearance of the building.
Okay. Can you go into the specifics? The color?
The color is does not look like what they call fast track. If you could, I've been by your Boonville operation and I like that appearance. Not asking maybe to go to that extent, but at least some kind of an upgrade to the building would just, again, put you in a much better light in the community, probably cause more people to come.
I think that's the plan. I really like the color either. The plan. My cat really likes that yellow building color, but I think the plan is to go with blue because the canopy is blue.
You see Bugs lately? It's nice. Do they have to get permission? Well, I know it's not permission, but do the people that own properties around them have to?
It's already zone C4.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the people that live around them. Well, they need to.
I think that I don't know, what is the next step on your little plan? If this is something we would say okay to, what's your next step?
So typically how we do it, or how I usually do it in Vancouver County is I get proper approvals, I reach out, Interlayer Construction, and they will sketch a draw on all the canopy design and everything, and they will submit it to the state, because we can't do anything without the state's permission. They need to give a design release. Once we receive that design release, I will reach out to each of the companies that I'll be working with. They will be applying the appropriate permits. I'm not sure how that works in Chandler, but they will be applying for an electricity permit or any HVAC or plumbing that's needed, but I think the building is right in line with that. So really the only permit that's probably going to be needed is the ones that the oil company will be pulling. And I'm not sure if a permit's needed to cut half the wall, which is not really a full wall. It's not attached to anything, it's just in the middle of the. But if that's needed, we will do that.
Any building alterations will be the state will oversee that, because in Chandler, the way we operate, I'm the building inspector, but when it comes to C4 properties, Matt Halsey is our state inspector that I work with, and he inspects electricity, and, you know, I think that's probably gonna be a serious upgrade you're gonna have to invest in. You can't put a gas station in without a serious upgrade to electricity. And I will have to put a stamp on the box before they'll turn on the power. And the building will have to be inspected. Anytime utilities are off for over 12 months, the electric has to be inspected. And so that'll be a step that you probably want to consider very soon. And CenterPoint does not turn on power until I put a sticker on the box. So electric is something we need to look at soon.
Okay, yeah, that works. And in terms of electricity, making upgrades for that, yeah, that's definitely going to be needed because of the different electricity outlets that are needed for the actual pumps inside. But Interlight Construction takes care of that and wise for the appropriate firms for that. Sure.
And the health department's gonna have to be involved too. Porter County Health Department, if you're gonna cook food, they'll have to be involved in it.
But in terms of turning on the electricity, I can ask them when it was last on small, and then from there, what time is turning it on? Leaving it on, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, before it's turned on, we'll have to have somebody look at the electric. Even though I'm the building inspector, since it's been off so long, I think it has been off for quite a while, that we'll need an electrical contractor to kind of look at that stuff, because it's been so long. I was there the other day, you've got some broken conduit at the back, some things going on that really need the blessing of a licensed electrician to kind of go through with that.
Next spring, probably.
Okay, when you talk about a canopy, I'm sure you mean metal canopies.
It's raining.
Supposed to rain again about
Yeah,
Sure is.
that sure is. Yeah.
You know, I don't know about the rest of you, how you feel, but those plans need to probably be printed, shared, and we'll circulate those around our members.
Brian's got them.
Mr.
My email said it was, the lot size was a little small.
I thought your lot size was small, yeah. I did the numbers on Huck's, Circle S, Casey's, and your lot, and the numbers I saw on our GIS, that your lot size is the smallest of those four places.
Okay, maybe I was mistaken, but I think I was lot size, or again, on GIS, I checked, the lot size was a little bigger than ours. And then again, like, the only reason we say that is because we made sure for could go on. This, like, we didn't just tell the design company to do it, we reached out to Interlight Construction and we made sure, and he actually came out to the property and verified that work and go on. So we don't want to work, we want it to agree. Issue is that we can't go the way that this is going to do, that we line up, which is a worse than this. So it's either 2 or 4 in this case.
I did have concern about the size of the property and the traffic flow. Just, I mean, maybe you can justify and think about all this, and you got a plan in your mind, but as, you know, John Q. Citizens going down the road, it just doesn't seem like a convenient place to whip in and back out, because that's what a lot of folk are wanting to do, get in and out quick. And it just seemed like,
That's not a good flow.
it just seemed like to me that would be a challenge for you. I mean, we want you to, if you do this, we want you to be a success also. We do not want another failed enterprise in Chandler.
No.
And so we want you, if this moves forward, to be successful. And I guess we have fears, those of us who live in Chandler, we know about that property and just have concerns about it. So if it was larger, if it was easier, that would make me feel much better.
That was good.
Just talking based on experience, I think every business we've been in so far has been a success. I can speak to that. We've never had to close down business or sell a business in those terms. We have much smaller stores than this, and if the concern is about curving, I mean, there's a road right next to it, which is perfect because they could curve right into it. But I think even like taking traffic into account, our Morgan store probably has a higher speed limit than we are regardless, and the speed limit does drop like when we get into Chandler. So personally, I didn't see that as an issue.
I understand, but this is Chandler, not Evansville. And,
I've had-
and people have a different mindset when they're coming down this road.
Yes.
Trust me, because we want something to go we want success. We want something to go, and it's hard. It's hard. And already there's been like 3 businesses just in a short while fail in that area. And we just want to see success.
Yeah, we just think a lot of stuff is missing in these other gas stations. That, whenever we have, things that, we have a different plan. I mean, we been to our stores, a lot of the product that's up front is in custom glass made stuff that we do see, sells a lot for all of our stores, and just going around these other properties, I don't think they have enough supply, or they're not selling the proper stuff. Of course, there are much larger companies out there, but some of them are very restrictive with what they sell.
Well,
Some of those businesses-
Really about a small
As the-
center having
as
more
the-
convenience stores in there.
as the president of the Chandler Advisory Plan Commission, and as a citizen of the town of Chandler, who goes on these streets every day, what you're proposing is the very last thing that I would want to come into town. That's me personally. I don't think there's anything I can do, even at this position, I don't think there's anything we can do to stop it. But what I'm saying, my personal opinion is that what you're proposing is the very last thing that I would want to see to come to town.
Sorry,
Very
what
last.
is that I propose? Is that
Your proposal of another convenience store. Another convenience store, another gas station. We've got 3 for this, and we've got 3,000 citizens that live in town. 3,700. And our 3 convenience stores are all crowded. I understand that. But that's the very last thing that I would want to see go in town. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Yours might be and after you're there for a year, yours might be the only one I ever go to. I don't know. It could be, but just at this juncture, at this point, that's my heartfelt feelings. I want to see something come into town. I want to see several things come into town. But another gas station convenience store, that's not what I want to see. And that's just my personal opinion.
And I don't like the intersection there. It's too dangerous. You've got 5 lanes of traffic, watch going down the road, plus the side street here coming out, side street coming out over here. More than once, I've almost got hit coming out of those side streets, and that's scary, real scary.
What?
Got to be constantly watching.
I think that this board needs to, I would like to make a recommendation that we table this till the next month's meeting, get a chance to look over these plans a little bit and give us some thought, and let us put our minds together and think about things. And I would like to see us table this till the meeting in September. What do you guys think?
I'm saying that. I make the motion to do that. Okay.
Well, I didn't ask for an official, I didn't ask for an official motion,
Well,
but I
okay.
mean, if you want to make it an official motion,
I want to make
that's
it
fine.
official. Yeah.
Okay, do I have a second? Okay, let's have a roll call vote. And this is about tabling this discussion till the next meeting.
Crowley,
Yes.
Cup,
Yes,
Higgs,
Yes.
Whitledge,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
And another
No.
thing is too, I mean, if you look at Huck's just totally remodeled the outside of their building. Casey's is a nice brick building. I know Circle S has done some work to theirs, but you just want to leave yours like it is. That's what
In terms of, things that
appearances.
yeah, like paint, and of course, we're going to repaint the building from outside, but that stuff doesn't go in the site plan, that's why it wasn't as put up. Like touching up the building, yes, but in terms of making art changes, like, putting bricks outside or anything, nothing like that's gonna happen. Of course, there's going to be a sign piece going outside, like a rectangular structure that's gonna go on top of the building, where the sign will be going. We will be repainting the building, but in terms of, putting bricks all around the building.
Well, no, I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying that they've upgraded theirs, you know, because they're all in competition, and yours just being down there by itself like that is,
Yourself.
you know, yeah. I mean, you're just gonna
Is there anything else I
bypass it.
Who's got another question?
A lot of the conversation seems about where would be putting those gas pumps and how tight that area is between the building and the street and getting 4 pumps in there. I know as somebody that pulls a trailer quite a bit, swinging in and out with 4 pumps, I mean, your lanes would be pretty tight, right? In between those gas pumps. I don't see being able to really make that turn coming out, you know, what is that, Delaware? Is that Delaware right there? To come out?
No, it's
Would you-
Tennessee.
Are you guys set on 4 pumps?
don't know. That's one of the change. I mean, it's, then again, it's what the state approves.
Okay.
So once we realize that the state says, oh, no, 4 is not appropriate based on what codes they have.
Okay.
We're fine with doing 2 as well. We just wanted, the reason for 4 was because of the traffic.
Okay.
We thought it might be better instead of cars having to wait to put gas. We thought,
I'm not excited about it being a convenience store either, but I think your idea of those hubs, they look like they're gonna be real close to the street outlet. And I just don't think.
And you pull a trailer, Brian, so side by side and a small 5 by
I
10.
wouldn't stop signal because it's just not convenient to get in and out of it. I mean, with the trailer.
I just think that should be more on the driver as well. If they, even being comfortable, if they want to pull in. But is there anything I can bring for the next meeting?
Yeah, if you have any more information that you can bring us to the next meeting, we would appreciate that.
Do you have a design from Hinterlander on the actual canopy?
That doesn't, get made until we don't put a down payment on the canopy. So once that's made, that's when they start the sketch, drawing up the actual material and what's needed, and then the order gets placed and they submit it to the state. That's when I can submit it to you guys as well. And I can even bring, if you prefer our oil supplier, we can even do a evaluation of how much traffic we're going to be able to see. Because they actually snuggle things us based on how much traffic, so it's not just going to be a random evaluation. It will be, based on how much traffic, that's going to come to that gas station as well. But, and I think that's pretty high.
They do a traffic, they do a traffic study of this area. And, yeah,
And it was suggested that he put a gas station, he said it's going to be a pretty busy location.
Sunoco?
Sunoco, yes.
okay. Well, I think we've got a lot of thinking to do next month.
And I
What we wanna do.
understand that cosmetics is not a part of area plan. But again, it would certainly put you in a better light. If you would bring back some ideas as to what this would look like when it's completed. You need to create a vision for the board.
Yeah, where those pumps are gonna be and all that, because I have a real hard time trying to picture that going down the side there and it working. So, yeah, if you could
Where
do
are you gonna have to place
something,
the tanks too? I would like to know a better location. Are you gonna place them under the pumps? Are you gonna place them
They're in the
behind
back,
the building?
they're in the backyard.
I know that, I mean,
isn't there
but
that
the
big
original tanks were on
thing
the
out
side
there?
lot where you're.
Isn't there that big thing that you dump grease in back there?
It
That's
would be
awful close to residential
Behind that
houses.
even?
There's like an outside cooler, and it's behind the outside cooler with things, according to that plan.
I never did.
I don't know if that's a,
And they got a bunch of kids too in that house.
Yeah, but this
behind
property
them,
right
no.
behind the building is a house, is it not?
Yes. And they've got a bunch
I
of kids.
don't know if that's a concern for
That's right.
fuel tanks or not, I don't know.
Well, that would be checked off on EPA's list.
Yeah, that would be
That's
EPA
what-
and state.
Wouldn't he be seeing EPA before you, wouldn't you do that, do the EPA before you do anything else, just to make sure you can put pumps in, or put tanks in there?
Well, absolutely, company that we work with will use their license if they do anything, without getting proper approvals.
But you wouldn't have anything like that before the next meeting, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Proper approval, then we would move forward with getting the rest of the approvals.
Okay.
Okay, we're clear till next meeting.
Yep.
Unless kind of things that we'd like to
Thank
see.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, should have said my piece or not, but that's my piece, and that's what I think. So
I
anyway,
feel the same way. think
I
it's
mean,
kinda
that's-
like the meat and convenience stores in now.
now, if he came to us
It's
wanting to
not
put
a
a,
good place.
if he came to it, if somebody would come to us wanting to put a nice sit-down restaurant, something nice, come in, I'll help you do whatever you wanna do.
I mean,
But
it's-
I don't know. I mean,
Stop it.
I can't,
It's not to have another convenience store gas station.
I can't, a company like Sunoco, if they've done their study on Chandler, I just can't believe they think it's feasible. I don't know.
Just for
Well, I know where they get their gas from. That guy's related to someplace I get gas from there, so. Their name is Singh too. Anyhow, but they get their Sunoco gas from Ackerman Oil Company, Jasper. And they run their store like they run their other ones. They run them great.
Well, I think it would behoove all of us to make a nice clandestine visit to the one in Boonville.
I did yesterday.
I have not
yesterday.
been, I drove by it,
And I'll be honest.
but I haven't been in it.
I went in it, and
Is it not, does it look
Is it,
nice?
is it convenient? to
aisles
get
are like
in
this
that?
far
I mean,
apart.
because
They're
That's
so
about the
small.
same kind of traffic jam that we've had down there.
Yeah, I think they'd have a lot more room than we would have,
They
I would
do.
think.
Well, yeah, it's, when you're going around that L or whatever you call it, you could almost naturally go right into that
That's a
station
Y.
and back to Y.
There's only
And you could
5
naturally go in and out of there.
And that's called 5 Point. Because of all the different,
Oh, okay, so it's not the one just right,
no, it's the,
right there at the, like, by the bank.
across from the pool.
You go through Brazil.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
across from,
Used to be
They
the old
tore
Buffalo
that
shop.
building
yeah,
down,
yeah.
and they did rebuild that building.
I think we all need to go take a look at that place. Seriously.
Now, the liquor store one is really small.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
well,
one,
that's what I
cause
thought.
I'm down there a lot
It's
It's
more
probably
often.
gonna be comparable.
Yeah,
Probably
it
about
would be,
comparable to what they're wanting to do here. Yeah, I
because
think
they
you're right.
had 4
I think you're
tanks
right.
too, I believe, didn't they?
And he said, what, this month yet they're
I
gonna
had a
open?
hell of a time getting out
Is
of
that
it.
what he said?
I thought he said
Monday, I think, or
Oh,
Thursday.
really?
Monday.
Okay. This week,
Monday.
Yeah,
next week they're gonna.
this is Monday, so,
Well, he said
did he
next week.
open today? Oh, next
Well,
Monday?
Get us some of the copies of these, Mike, so I can look at the dimensions.
I'll leave
Cause I was
these.
kinda looking at the dimensions, like between the pump and the building
Well, I'd
and
encourage you to go
things like
there
that.
and look at the building and all. And I talked to Josh Clayward about this, and it's sensitive. We can't, if we can't really find anything in black and white to, maybe nail him, to come up with. But he has to go through EPA and the state, and he has to go through the health department and some other, avenues that will have the opportunity to, cause a red flag.
And the state would look at those dimensions, the sizes of these islands and how much room they have from the island to the street and all that. They would take all that into consideration.
Well, from the building to the side street, there's not enough space. And they would have to come in on the side street.
I mean,
Front parking lot wasn't even enough, there's not enough room there for when they made the restaurant. There wasn't even enough room there for them to take out the sidewalk and put appropriate handicap access. There wasn't even enough room for that.
ADA.
Yeah,
ADA compliant.
it was not.
Compliance.
It was not ADA compliant, and the building is still not ADA compliant. So there you go.
What's going on, Terry?
Medical,
Yeah.
New Verb.
I mean,
I
I
hate to see, I hate to turn down a business opportunity.
well, I do
Want
too,
to do business in Chandler, but
because we gotta think about the town, our tax base. The taxes we're gonna receive from it is nothing to sneeze at.
I don't really have a problem in one way, but that his relatives, they own a convenience store at the corner of Morgan and Weinbach. Used to be Clayton's Cleaners. Anyhow, all they sell though is convenience stuff. They don't sell gas.
Huh.
And they stay busy all the time because they sell cigarettes, lottery tickets, and snacks and all that. I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I don't think we need, like you say, I don't somebody I think ends up going out of business before it's over with.
I don't think when it's all said and done, like Josh and I were talking,
Maybe
Michael and I were talking earlier, I mean, as far as us, as far as this board, we can't do anything.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't do anything to stop it. So I guess that means that we'd have to approve it.
Don't
When
make
they,
it. Don't make
when
it.
push comes to shove, as long as it doesn't, and it doesn't interfere with any of our zoning restrictions or requirements or anything like that, we would have to approve it.
Yeah, if they don't make it, that's not on us.
I just hate, and I'm like Michael too, without doing any kind of modernization and upgrade to the exterior,
We all need,
They'll make it ADA compliant, and
well,
it's just gonna be another,
Well, that will be Hinterlighter as they draw the plans.
Right.
Put that in there and be approved by the state.
Right.
And it does go back to the idea, all we can speak to is the planning and the zoning portion of it. And if we can't find anything
Right.
with regards to planning and zoning, then we just don't have anything really to stand on. As much as we hate to see that happen.
so every commercial property that's zoned the same as that, I mean, we can't refuse a convenience store even though we already got 4 or 3 in town?
That's true. That's as per Josh Clayton.
yeah, you can't do that.
yeah, I figured that. Well, that gives me something to look at, and I'm gonna do a little homework and go through, check some of their other businesses out, things like that. And
You might
That's
drive
what
by
I
the
would do.
building and, I don't know if that would be good or not, but it just confirms our discussion tonight when you
Right.
walk around that building. It's
Right.
just- Even the paint job that they put on it, when you paint vinyl like that, vinyl moves. You got those white cracks with the siding, you can't, it overlaps, and it's just
Yeah.
undesirable. And I guess that, when somebody says that's an okay building, that tells me their mindset, and that's what bothers me,
Right.
Well, he wasn't gonna paint it because his father liked the yellow color at first, and then we started questioning it, and then
It turned blue.
it was
Yeah.
gonna turn blue, so I would say anything that we say to him needs to be in writing or very straightforward.
We really can't put the color of the building in writing, so.
This is what gets me. That name.
Oh,
They've all these stores around here have one person with that name on their,
I was concerned that it was the same people that own the Emperor's.
I'm sure they're
Well, they're related.
related somehow, because I thought he said something about his uncles.
Hey, to adjourn this meeting, we can talk.
Well, no, I have something I want to mention. This is, I don't know if it's old or new, but I would like, because I am so disappointed in the housing that went in over there on State Street. I am so disappointed in that. I wish I never would have voted for it. I am so against it now, and I don't think they should have get a tax abatement, because they did not follow through with hardly anything they promised us. So I know that we can't do that. We can't say anything about the tax abatement, but I would like for the council to not give them a tax abatement. I just feel like it's already there, and they arrested one and five other ones for visiting a house, a common nuisance. We promised these people we wasn't going to be letting people like that come into their neighborhoods, and they are. And another thing, they said it wasn't going to be based on your income. It's totally based on your income.
it's always supposed to be based on your income.
No, it was supposed to be, we're going to charge this amount of money, and how you get it is, but it's actually, when you come in and sign up for it, it's based on your income.
Yeah. Then you.
That was not the way
yeah,
I understood it.
But based on your income, that's how much you have to pay rent.
That was not the way I
So
understood it to me.
if you make $50,000 a year, you gotta pay $4,000 a month rent. If you're on assistance and only make, and have a minimum.
That was
wage-
not the way I understood it. I understood it was gonna be this amount of money per month, and however you come up with it is how you were going to pay.
Well, yeah,
You could
if
go
it's
get your own, but they would not provide you with assistance.
Yeah, if you made more income, then your rent's gonna go up.
Yeah, I realize that, but that's not what I'm saying. They said it was just gonna be X amount of dollars per apartment, And however you came up with it was up to you. This is what the charge was.
That's what they said. That guy from Keller Development, I talked to him, he said
My,
that.
my understanding of it is in Warren County, at the time those became available for rent, the median income, family income was around $65,000. So the rule is, if you make 80% of that or below, then you qualify. And then it's also, like Ron said, if you make, 80% of that, I don't know, I haven't run the numbers, let's just say $50,000, that sounds pretty close to that. So if you make $50,000 a year, your rent might be $950. But if your income is $25,000 a year, your rent might be $500 a month. It is based, once you meet that benchmark, it is based on your income.
Right, but
It's income based in that sense, but there's no assistance.
Right, it's not subsidized by them.
Right.
You have to get your own. This is the amount of rent we charge. You have to pay that. You go get assistance wherever. And I'm picturing single moms with a couple of kids living there, giving them a good place and a good neighborhood to live in. And that's not what it's turning out to be. It is, I see the people, and I might be judging them, but I see the people coming in here and signing up for the water. It is not what I expected it to be like at all. And it's just, I'm thoroughly disappointed in it, and I never would have signed up for it if I had it to do over again. I'm sorry I did. I'm sorry to the neighbors over there that I did. I'm just really disappointed in them.
Well, let's go ahead and motion to recess. I would accept a motion to recess until the next meeting, Monday, September 11th. Oh, that's 9/11. 2023 at 4:30 p.m. So a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No opposition. We are recessed until Monday, September 11th. I can't